Hey, it's Julie from Do Business Like a Woman, and this is an impromptu live answering Pris's question about how do you communicate your value to prospects and attract the right clients. And I just had to come on and talk to you about this because I have a lot to say on this subject. So I hope that this is going to be useful for you today. And let me know in the comments if it is, and any follow-up questions that you have. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Julie, the founder of this group, and it's my job to help you get a steady stream of high-paying one-to-one clients in your business so that you can change the world. So you're in the right place if you believe that a rising tide lifts all boats, and you are up for a community of female entrepreneurs and coaches on this journey together, supporting each other, playing a bigger game, and being wildly profitable while making a difference in the world. That is what we are about. We are heart-centered, we're soul-led, but we love to make money and we love to help people. So if you're into that too, you're in the right place. Please give this video a heart or a like to help more people see it. So let's dive in. So how do you communicate your value to the prospects and the leads that are on your social media platforms, maybe on your email list? Such a good question. This is all about messaging. And I don't have any notes here. This is completely impromptu. So it's such a big question because the answer is you work on your message and you work on understanding who your ideal client is. I'm just smiling because my dog's just rolled over on her back and she looks super cute over there. You focus on exactly who your client is, who you help, the problem that you solve, the one specific main problem, and you learn the language that your people are using to describe that problem. You have to know them better than they know themselves. So when I work with people, I encourage them to do a market research process where they actually get on the phone or on Zoom and they talk to people in their target market to find out from the horse's mouth what their clients are saying, how their clients are describing the problem that you solve, right? Because you need to understand the pain that your client is in. You need to understand the daily experience your client is having from the time that they get up in the morning through to when they go to bed at night, and how they are thinking about in their own head this problem that you solve. Now, if the problem is they're not thinking about it or it's not a priority for them, then you have a challenge. Then it might be back to the drawing board and either pick a different problem to solve, right? Or understand what motivates someone to buy the solution that you're offering. You know, people have to want to buy it. It has to be enough pain that people are looking for a solution. If you want to earn more money, solve more high-end problems. Don't solve little problems. Solve big problems like relationship issues, money issues for people. People are not earning enough money. They want to know how to start a business. They want to know how to get more clients. They want to get healthy because they're sick. They want to have more energy. They're tired of being sick and tired, right? They want to find the love of their life. These are big problems. That's why I teach high-end to people, to work and coach with people high-end. When you solve big problems, you'll have an easier time communicating your value. You'll have an easier time selling because people will want what you have. You want people to be actively looking for the solution that you offer. Let me know who's here. Give me a hello in the comments. Say hi and where you're tuning in from. We like to be interactive in this group. So you need to solve a big problem. Now, how do you communicate the value of that? Well, first of all, it's partly mindset. You have to be so grounded in the value of it yourself. You need to believe. One of my clients said this the other day. She said, I have to buy into the value of my own stuff first before anyone else is going to buy it. Truth bomb. I just thought that was so wise. So absolutely, you have to buy into the value of what you're offering first. And look, it's nothing to do with your value as a human being. This is why business isn't personal. It's the value of the service that you are offering. You got to be able to get behind that. It's like when people come and work with me, I have no doubt about the value because I know how life-changing it is for people to get a full schedule of clients and understand how to make money in their business. Making decent money can change your life. It changes the life of your families, right? And the ripple effect that it causes. So I can get behind the value of my program. I know that, say they come and work with me privately, for the investment that they make, they're going to get that many, many times over. Hi, Laura. Good to see you. They're going to get that many, many times over. And I'm going to get them a much faster result than if they try and figure it out by themselves. So you need to feel that way about what you are offering. If you had the cure to cancer, you wouldn't be shy about shouting it from the rooftops, right? Get behind your own offer like that. That's the starting point. Now, from there are some messaging pieces to figure out. You got to get clear on your client avatar. I know you've heard this, but listen, it isn't about demographics. It's not like, oh, she's a woman over 40. So what? That's a lot of people. They're not all going to buy your stuff. Who is she at her core? What are her values? And does she share your values? Can you show some of your values through your content so that people can connect to you emotionally? Do you know the experience she's having in her head around the problem so that you can be explicit in your content? Oh, and by the way, are you being visible so that your prospects get to see you and hear you and feel your energy consistently? We cannot be a female entrepreneur and definitely not a coach and hide away. It doesn't work. So, communicating the value. You have to demonstrate through your content why your offer is a must-have, not a nice-to-have, not a I'll get to it later. She has a problem. He has a problem. You have the solution. It's like if someone goes to the doctor with a broken leg, the doctor isn't like, oh, hold on, let me just think about this. Maybe come back in a week. What do you think? Oh, and by the way, like, I have this thing, but I'm not sure if it's really worth that. The doctor says, let's get you in for surgery and fix that leg. Be like the doctor. Your client, your prospect has a problem. You have the solution. Be explicit about that. Additional things you can do to communicate your value. This is such an exciting topic. Show people that you have a signature system. You have a step-by-step process to get them from point A, Pain Island, to point B, Pleasure Island. To get them the result they want, because that builds trust. It builds the know, like, and trust factor. And that moves people from a viewer to a prospect to a client. So show them that you have a process. Now, that doesn't mean go into the how and, the methodology and all the ins and outs. No one cares about that. They don't care how you get them there. They care that you can get them there. You could say, hold your nose and hop up and down for 3 minutes every day. If they believed that that would get them in the result, then they see your value and they're coming to work with you. But it's got to come from inside you first. Additionally, let them know what's in your program. When you come and work with me, first we'll work on messaging. We'll dial in your messaging. We'll get it so your client sees you as a must-have. Next up, we'll focus on getting you in touch with your own power so that you can get past imposter syndrome and be visible and be consistent. Next up, we look at a proven marketing system you'll actually want to do when you sit down at your desk so you know what to work on. You see what I'm doing? Be explicit about what you're going to do with them, so they know you've got something of substance. Talk a lot about the benefits of your program, not the features, not like where you get 10 coaching sessions and messenger access. You can say that stuff, but talk about the benefits. This is where knowing your client, this is where the market research comes in. If you're too afraid to do the market research, wow, we have a problem, right? Get some support. But look, you got to know the results, the benefits they want, right? What does your client want? You should be able to reel it off, like first 5 top benefits. Put it in the comments. What does your client want more than anything? What do they want right now? Right now. And what do they want, like, ultimate result in a year or 6 months or whatever it is? Right? You've got to know that stuff, and you talk about it. That communicates your value, because you get them. You get what they want, and you communicate and you show them you can help them get it. Right? Additionally, showing who you are through the post, showing your values so that your potential clients can connect with you. Now, let's talk about attracting the right clients, because that's also messaging. It's slightly different to communicating your value, although it's similar. Attracting the right clients, again, comes down to knowing who is the right client and who do you not want to work with. For example, in my business, I don't work with overthinkers. I don't work with people who just want to be stuck in learning and thinking, because I know that they won't get the results. Whereas if they're an implementer and they're coachable and they're willing to come and jump in and implement on what they learn inside of Fierce Feminine and Free, they get the results every time. So I know that for me, I work with coaches and service-based female entrepreneurs who want 6 figures, and they're implementers. They're action takers. They have a certain mentality. They are not afraid to invest in themselves, and they have a certain level of belief. Now, I know that they need the right system to plug into with their uniqueness. I know that they need structure. I know they need mindset support, and I know they need guidance. So the two of us together are a dream team. So you got to know your client that well. When you do, you speak to that person explicitly in your messaging. You say stuff like, this is for you if criteria, 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 criteria. This is not for you if you're an overthinker, you don't have an investment mindset, whatever yours are. Do you know your client this well? Inside of Fierce Feminine and Free VIP, which is my private coaching sessions, I have 2 spaces available. I give you a messaging and marketing blueprint document with all of this stuff on. There's more to it. Another piece around communicating your value to your potential clients. Listen, this is an important question. What do they have to believe in order to say yes to working with you? I'll say it again. What do they have to believe in order to say yes to working with you? Let me give you an example. In my business, my clients need to believe in a high-end coaching model, because that's what I teach, right? If they're like wanting to go sell a program course for like $299, I'm not the coach for them. I don't teach that. I teach get the full schedule of high-paying clients first, get decent income, get your 10K months. Now you've got a viable business. It's much easier to get a handful of high-paying one-to-one clients than sell a bunch of low ticket, because you need so many more skills for that. And then once you've done that, leverage your time with group programs. If you want to add a low price thing later down the line, fine. But my clients need to believe that that is the best and fastest way to 6 figures and beyond, and to create the type of business and lifestyle they want, with freedom and the money, and let's get your business viable, let's get it stable, and then you can leverage, right? Because that's what I believe, and that's what I teach, and that has been my experience. So I'm talking about that in all of my messaging, in all of my content. I'm communicating that to my clients. You got to show up as a leader if you want people to see your value. Ask your audience to do things for you, right? I've asked you guys, give this video a heart or a like. Help more people see it, right? I appreciate that. Laura, see you soon. So you can ask your audience to do things. Be a leader. Lead yourself first. That really comes across when you're willing to do that. This is how we communicate our value to our prospects. If I could summarize it, it's be really clear in your communication, because if your prospects are not seeing your value, one of two things is going on. Either you don't believe in your own value, and it's not your value as a human being, it's the value of your service. Either you don't believe in the value, or you're not communicating well. Communication is only as good as how it's received. So if your clients are not seeing your value and your prospects are not seeing your value, then your communication is not clear. The biggest reason I see why communication is not clear is because people are feeling shy about explicitly sharing the value of their program. They don't want to be aggressive. They don't want to be big-headed. They don't want to come across pushy, so they kind of hold back and faff around, and that's never going to work. You have to be explicit. Get behind your own offering. You know, this is why you should come and work with me. This is why my program will make a difference to you. Here's how it's going to change your life or your business or whatever, right? You've got to be clear. You've got to be direct. Confident people are direct. They don't talk around the issue. They don't talk in circles. They don't assume the other person will guess the value. Because look, here's, especially when it comes to online, if we make their brain work too hard to figure out the value, they're gone. There's too much other stuff going on in their life. There's too much other distractions online. You've got to be clear. You've got to be direct. You don't have to be salesy, but for God's sake, state the value clearly. What are you getting from this? Let me know. So if I could summarize, make sure that your messaging is on point. Who are you talking to? The psychology of them. What is the one main problem you solve? How are you communicating the value of your service? Are you behind the value of your service? And are you talking to clients and prospects to hear how they talk about the problem? Do all of that and you're good. All right. Now, if you need help with this, come and work with me. If you think you can't find the money, go find the money, because you're going to get it back over and over and over and over when you implement and we work on your messaging and we get it dialed in. And then you know how to communicate your value to your prospects so they come and work with you and they get the result. And now you're on an upward trajectory. And now you're getting results and now you're earning money. And first you make back the investment that you paid to work with me. And second up, you're in profit. And you have this skill for life. And you make the return on investment over and over and over and over. So come work with me. I'm going to support you on this. I have 2 spots in my private coaching, Fierce, Feminine and Free VIP. So send me a DM. We'll have a chat. We'll see if there is a fit. And this is for fierce women. This is for you if you're ready to communicate your value, to dial in your messaging, to get that result, to get that steady stream of clients rather than a client every now and again. Send me a DM. We'll have a chat. This is not for you if you're an overthinker. It's not for you if you're stuck in learning. It's not for you if you need to talk around the houses 1,000,000 times before you go implement on what you learn. But it is for you if you're a coach or service-based female entrepreneur, you are headed for 6 figures, you're charging at least 2K for your packages, you're an implementer, and all you need is a structure that's going to support you in your business. You need the right system to follow to get clients that you can plug your unique brilliance into, because this is not cookie cutter, nothing cookie cutter about it. You need mindset support, and you need the right coach, because we cannot see our own stuff. Don't hold yourself back a moment longer. Send me a DM. Let's get you started. Let's get you on track to those clients that are just waiting to work with you. So let me know what value you got from today's session. And Pris, let me know if I answered your question. I think this is going to be useful for a lot of people. I look forward to seeing you in my DMs and working with you soon to support you for your full schedule of one-to-one clients. Bye for now.